Rank 1, the tourist you walk in for the first time. The lights hit you like a slap. Slot machines scream. Chips click. Ice rattles in glasses. The air smells like recycled oxygen, cigarettes, and desperation. You sit at the blackjack table. You have no idea what you're doing. The dealer flips cards like she's done it 10,000 times. She has. You play your hunches. You split when you shouldn't. You double down on a 12 against a dealer's ace. The table groans. You lose $200 in 11 minutes. You don't even understand why. You ride home replaying every hand. Something burns inside you, not shame, curiosity. Rank 2, the student. You find a book, then another, then a forum at 2 a.m. Edward Thorpe. Beat the dealer, 1962, a mathematician who proved the casino could be beaten. You read it twice in one weekend. You learn the high-low system. Every card has a value. 2 through 6, plus 1, 7, 8, 9, 0. 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. 1, simple, clean, mathematical. You practice with a deck at your kitchen table, one card at a time. You flip, you add, you track. You get to the end of the deck. The count should be 0. It's not. It's +3. You shuffle. You start again. Your coffee goes cold. You don't notice. Rank 3, the counter. 3 weeks later, you can run a full deck in 40 seconds. Accurate every time. You go back to the casino, different table, different dealer, same fluorescent ceiling watching over you like a hungry eye. You sit down with $300. You start counting. The noise doesn't bother you now. You filter it out. The laughing couple to your left. Irrelevant. The drunk man shouting at the slot machine. Irrelevant. The dealer's perfume. Irrelevant. Only the cards exist. The count rises to +6. Your pulse ticks up exactly 1 beat. You raise your bet from $10 to $40. You win. You raise again. You win again. You leave with $490. You sit in your car for 10 minutes, hands slightly trembling, not from fear, from power. Rank 4, the practitioner. You know the basic system, but the basic system isn't enough. You learn the true count, raw running count divided by decks remaining. It's more precise, more dangerous, more real. You buy a second deck, a third. You practice counting through 6 decks simultaneously. Your dining room table disappears under cards. You learn deviations. The 18 situations where basic strategy should be broken based on the count. Insurance at +3 or higher. Stand on 16 against a 10 at +0 or above. Each deviation memorized like scripture. You go back every Thursday. You walk in, scan the pit, count the number of decks at each table. You choose your seat strategically. Third base. You want to see every card before the decision. You're up $1 to $400 across 6 sessions. The casino hasn't noticed you. Yet. Rank 5, the strategist. You discover bet spreading. When the count is negative, you bet the minimum. When the count goes positive, you scale up. Fast. A 1 to 12 spread, $15 to $180. You practice making it look natural, scratching your head before raising, laughing at something the dealer says, acting like the man who just got lucky. Because the casino doesn't fear winners, they fear patterns. You study bankroll management. You need 300 times your max bet to survive the variance. You build the fund over 4 months. You don't touch it for anything else. Your edge over the house is 1-2%. It sounds small. It's everything. You start playing $200 sessions. You win more than you lose. Not every session, not even every week, but every month the number grows. You stop thinking of it as gambling. You start thinking of it as a job. Rank 6, the actor. This is the rank where most people fail. The math is not the hard part. The performance is. A surveillance team of 12 watches the floor from a room above you. They're not looking at your bets. They're looking at your eyes. Where do they move? Do you track the cards too deliberately? Do your lips move when you count? Do you hesitate before raising your bet? You hire an acting coach. She thinks you're preparing for a short film. You let her believe that. You learn to talk while counting, to smile on cue, to order a drink at exactly the wrong moment when the count drops, making the bet drop feel social, not strategic. You develop 3 characters. The businessman, loosened tie, moderate bets, occasionally checks his phone. The vacationer, loud laugh, tips the dealer generously on small wins, pretends to struggle with basic math. The regular, knows the staff by name, nurses the same drink for an hour, never seems to be winning or losing much. You rotate them. Never the same persona twice at the same casino. You are now invisible. Rank 7 the networker. You find the community, underground forums, signal groups, weekend meetups in unremarkable hotel conference rooms. You meet people like you, engineers, teachers, a former hedge fund analyst, one woman who put 3 kids through college playing blackjack. You learn team play. One person is the spotter. They sit at the table with minimum bets, counting silently, blending into the scenery. When the count goes hot, they signal. You are the big player. You walk over, drop a large bet, play 2 to 3 hands at peak advantage, then leave. You never count at the table yourself. You never sit long enough to be tracked. The casino's pattern recognition looks for single players with fluctuating bets. It doesn't look for strangers who briefly share a table. You make $200 in 1 month. Your hands stop shaking. Your breathing is controlled. Your eyes are flat and calm. You've become something the casino has a word for: advantage player. Rank 8, the professional. You quit your job on a Wednesday. Your savings are solid. Your edge is proven. Your team is tight. You travel: Vegas, Atlantic City, Reno, Biloxi, London, Macau. Each casino is a new puzzle. Different penetration depth. How deep into the shoe before they reshuffle. Different table rules. Some pay 6-5 on blackjack instead of 3. 2, you never sit at those. Different surveillance sophistication. You build spreadsheets. Win rates by city, by casino, by shift, by dealer. Some dealers shuffle early when they sense heat. Others are mechanical. They deal the same depth every single shoe. You find the mechanical ones. You come back to them. Your tax accountant has questions. You have answers prepared. This is a business. You treat it like one. Rank 9, the ghost. The Griffin Agency was a private database used by casinos worldwide. It catalogued card counters, photos, aliases, physical descriptions. It no longer exists, but what replaced it is worse. Facial recognition software scans entry points. Bet tracking algorithms flag unusual spreads automatically. AI systems cross-reference players across properties under the same parent company. You know this. You wear non-prescription glasses with slightly tinted lenses. You've changed your hair 3 times this year. You walk with a slight forward lean at one casino and a straight posture at another. You pay cash for everything within a 50-mile radius of any casino you plan to visit. No loyalty cards, ever. You've never used your real name at a table. You move through the casino industry like a ghost moves through walls. Not because they can't see you, because you've made yourself unremarkable. In 12 months, you've been backed off from 6 casinos, a tap on the shoulder, a polite conversation. We'd prefer you play something other than blackjack. You smile, you say, of course. You leave. You go to the next one. You've never been banned. You've never been escorted out by security. You've never given them a reason. That is the discipline. That is the art. Rank 10, the legend. There are fewer than 200 people in the world at your level. You know this not because someone told you. You know this because you've met most of them. At this rank, the money is almost secondary. You've made more than enough. What keeps you coming back is the game inside the game. The casino is a machine built to take money. Every dimension of it, the carpet patterns that keep eyes looking up, the absence of clocks, the oxygen levels, the cocktail waitress timing, is engineered to extract value from human psychology. You've reverse-engineered all of it. You sit at a table now and see it in slow motion. The dealer's whole card, the running count, the true count, the optimal deviation, the perfect bet size, the exact expression to wear, the precise moment to leave, everything calculated, everything under control. The pit boss 3 tables away clocks you for the second time in 20 minutes. You noticed the first time. You've adjusted your bet timing and conversation pattern. He's already looking somewhere else. The count hits +9. True count, +4. 2. This is the highest you've seen it in 4 months. Your maximum allowed bet at this table is $500. You've been betting $25 all shoe. You look at your chips, you look at the dealer, you look at your hand. $20,000 in your account depends on the next 3 hands. The woman beside you asks if you're from out of town. You smile and say yes. Your eyes never leave the cards. You reach for your chips. The pit boss takes 1 step in your direction. The dealer waits. The shoe is hot. The moment is now. And somewhere above your head, a camera tilts. You've been here before, but never with this much to lose.